So I know you guys were waiting to see the voice and the face together. So ta-da! Judy Henderson is here again today. And we're gonna go ahead and have conversations and cocktails, everything about aging. And we're just talking as girlfriends about those things that we think about. Maybe it's some things that you think about, but here we go. There's no particular order, so grab a cocktail and just join in, all right? So, where do you want to start? Do you want to start on...
Let's talk about some myths about aging. Because remember, I knew you when you were in your 20s.
Yes.
And now you're in your 60s.
Mhm.
Did we know we'd even be friends that long?
You know what? That's crazy. That's 40 years. I met you at 24. Yeah, I was coming into the music industry. Actually, I was coming to work at the radio station.
Right.
A mutual friend
In the Bay Area,
introduced us.
yeah.
Yeah, so I was 24 when I took that job.
Wow.
And today I am 64. So that means we've known each other 40 years.
But that's a beautiful thing.
And you feel like to me and look like to me the person that I met.
Yeah.
Does it feel like that to you?
It does. I can't believe it's 40 years. I still
40
think I may have known you 20 years.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's 40 years.
40 years.
But when I think about some of the things we went through in our 20s and how we're feeling about life in general in our 60s.
So, okay, give me one of the things that you was going through in your 20s that you was like, oh, I'm so glad I'm not going through that today.
Well, besides not having a period,
That part right there.
definitely don't miss that. Not have to have a period or worry about getting pregnant, definitely don't miss that.
Okay.
How about
okay.
you?
Let's see, what do I not miss? It's so crazy because I really enjoyed my 20s.
Oh, I can give you some things.
Okay, what? Tell me one.
Okay.
Tell me just one.
Just
you don't have
one.
to tell it all.
I remember how you might stress over something so little like you had a pimple on your face,
I still stress over that.
but you wouldn't leave the house.
Oh yeah, now we leave that.
Okay.
Okay.
Or
yeah.
you make a big scene about it. You cry, you'd be upset. You would have thought it
Yes.
was the worst thing that happened. Now if you get a pimple on your face, what do you do?
I still get on camera because there's one right now on my nose
There
that
you
looked
go.
like it was trying to come up. So yeah, I don't let it stop me.
Exactly.
You are so right. In my 20s, it would stop me dead in my track. I'd be like, oh, my face isn't looking right. Oh, my hair isn't looking right. So now I don't let the face or the hair stop me.
Yes.
And I don't know if that's just because you've gotten to a point where you realize it's just not that deep.
Yes.
Yeah, or you just got better makeup and you can cover it.
No.
A little bit of both.
Not
right?
letting it get that deep. I think
Yeah,
one
I
of
think
the
it's not
things
that deep.
I've learned is that, of course, aging has its challenges. I'm not saying that aging is fun, but it's not nearly as hard as I think what's often portrayed in the media, which is why I'm so glad you're doing the show to show you can get older and still be jazzy and fun and travel.
But you
and,
saw it up close because your parents are
Sure.
still jazzy, young, fun, traveling
In their 90s.
In their 90s, still getting around. Your dad was just on at the Apple store learning something new.
Yes. He plays his musical instrument.
Absolutely. He's part of several organizations, and I think that's probably something that I'd like to share with people is that when you do see those people who are really great into their latter years, they're active. They have a lot of different connections. It's not just one.
Right.
He's part of the Omega Psi Phi. He's part of the Tuskegee Airmen.
But it's probably just having a sense of community, right? Whatever that is. For some people,
But
maybe
being
their church.
active, though.
Being active in their community. They say that's
Yeah.
the thing that happens when people many times get old, which is different than aging, right?
Mhm.
Everyone's going to age, but you don't have to get old. And when you stay youthful, it's because you're around younger people, right? Intergenerational things. That's why you love being around people of all. You've got friends from your 20s.
Yeah, I love hanging out with my 20-year-old mentees, because you're always learning something.
Yeah. So you're open to learning, number
Yeah,
one.
you're
Okay.
exposed to
Right,
learning.
right.
Mhm.
And the fact then that you stay engaged by doing different things, right? You
Right.
still travel a lot.
I still
And
travel.
whatever that travel is for you. You may not always be able to travel to Japan for a 24-hour visit, but the fact you might be
Really? I just threw that in there. See how your friends do you? Okay, but anyway, we'll skip over that. But I am thinking about taking a quick trip to Japan for the cherry blossom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a way of just being useful, like being willing to take certain chances.
Yeah.
Being around community and being willing to always learn something new, whether it's square dancing or technology.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes people just think, oh, I've learned it all, and sit back and just rest on their laurels.
Well, I think what you said though is really good. There's a difference between getting old and aging.
Right.
Aging, you don't have a choice, right? If you're blessed enough to be here long enough, you're gonna age, right? And many, we are both here to say that many don't make it. So we're very grateful that we're on the side who is continuing
This
to
side
age.
of the earth, yes.
Exactly. We're continuing to age.
Yes.
But I do think that there are people who just get old.
Yeah.
And old is a different state of mind than someone like us who I think knows we're getting older, but just don't acquiesce to what the rules are about getting older, you know, because you stay busy, you stay on the go, you try all kinds of new things. We don't try the same things because we don't have the same brand.
Right.